Maitel.
And I'm Ben, here to discuss the top advantages and disadvantages of cloud-hosted PBX systems.
In businesses and organizations across the world, rooms once humming with wires, black boxes, and blinking lights now sit empty. In a lonely phone closet, there's only dust, a single lonely terminal, or perhaps a foosball table where IT pros can let off steam.
The cloud, and more specifically cloud-hosted communications, is the source of transformation, which has fundamentally changed the IT landscape. Some IT pros have embraced it. Some are working on migrating to hosted PBX systems over time. And others, through choice or necessity, are sticking with an on-site PBX approach.
There are many reasons why some IT pros are shopping for game tables to go in empty server rooms, while others are untangling wires and watching blinking lights. And one of the biggest concerns is budgeting for hosted PBX versus on-site PBX systems.
How are we going to pay for this? It's the question on every IT pro's mind. And with shrinking budgets and rising demands on IT, it's a question that gets harder to answer every year.
With an on-site PBX approach to business communications, an IT pro can often save on phone system costs in years when they don't have to replace hardware or conduct major software upgrades. They bought the phone system. Now, it's doing what it was designed to do.
However, IT pros can be caught off guard with unpredictable cost spikes when upgrades, replacement, or expansion are required. The larger the business, the larger these costs, and as much as they want to try to plan for PBX technology hardware upgrades, replacement cycles are getting shorter and capabilities are advancing to an ever-increasing rate.
On-site PBX servers can simply stop working with no regard for whether an IT pro budgeted a replacement. And when an integrated system undergoes an update, they can be caught with surprise compatibility problems that force an unplanned upgrade.
Even sudden business growth can wreak havoc with IT budgets, which may have predicted lower system usage rates and costs for expanding, replacing, or upgrading an on-site PBX system are not scalable. They've got to be done in big blocks all at once.
Some IT pros prefer the relative predictability of cloud-hosted PBX costs. Most cloud communications providers charge on a simple per-user basis per month, quarter, or year. The company using the system won't get the budget breaks they do with an on-site system, but they also won't have large, unpredictable spikes in cost. If the business grows, the hosted PBX system can grow with it, and not in awkward blocks that leave periods of strain and periods of underused capacity. Which brings us to our next biggest concern: replacing, expanding, and upgrading hosted PBX versus on-site PBX systems.
Thanks to Moore's Law, technology is advancing at an exponential rate, and business communication systems are not immune from this. With on-site PBX-based systems, IT pros know they must account for frequent planned replacement just to keep up with industry standards. And they know that sometimes, even if they can get away with older system hardware, the requirements and compatibility of new software may force their hand into an upgrade or replacement earlier than expected. Unexpected projects like that are precisely the kind of things that get in the way of proactive projects most IT pros would like to pursue.
The IT pros that are gravitating toward cloud-hosted PBX systems enjoy the fact that their hardware is never out of date, and they never have to replace it. They're no longer relegating technology to landfills every year.
Software updates are included and compatible with most cloud communication systems, and new applications are frequently added to expand capabilities. They also appreciate that scaling their phone system with the business is as simple as adding a user license. No complicated guesses on future capacity needs or improvised interim fixes required. No latent capacity.
So let's talk about supporting BYOD with your PBX solution. With more flexible work arrangements and more powerful electronics available to the general public, users are getting more and more insistent on using their own devices. The more the expectations grow, the more pressure there is on IT to support those expectations.
It's tough enough to keep up with business cycles, but it doesn't compare to keeping up with the speed of consumer product upgrades. According to the EPA, the average life of a mobile phone in the US is only 18 months.
On-site PBX systems may find this speed of innovation difficult to match, especially when new standards for mobile devices and tablets force software or hardware upgrades, or the company has to decide not to support certain employee devices.
A smart cloud communications provider, on the other hand, can pull resources from all its subscribers to work on common compatibility requests like mobile and tablet support. They can easily update software and push the updates automatically to all of the companies it serves. It's for this reason that IT pros at many BYOD-friendly workplaces are choosing to opt for cloud-hosted PBX systems.
All right, what about managing phone system integration across multiple locations? Managing communications for a business is challenging enough at one location, but even more challenging with multiple locations, which usually need to communicate with each other to get business done.
An IT pro managing multiple locations with on-site PBXs has to contend with the fact that different locations could be running disconnected systems of different ages with different capabilities. Systems may not even be from the same vendor.
Capabilities may be lost to interoperability problems. Productivity may be lost to inefficient communications. Getting every location onto a single standard may be next to an impossible task. Those are many of the reasons that some IT pros today prefer the unity they can achieve through hosted phone systems. They benefit from standardized capabilities and total interoperability across locations. When upgrades happen, they happen everywhere simultaneously. Maintenance is outsourced to the hosted PBX provider, and far fewer resources are required to understand and use systems across the business. And processes and procedures can be standardized for greater efficiency.
For IT pros who want phone systems working together across multiple locations or even multiple campuses, cloud-hosted PBX systems present a simpler option to implement and maintain.
Some IT pros even start with a cloud-based system at one location as part of a larger hybrid cloud communication system, and then move other locations onto the cloud as their on-site PBX systems reach end of life. It's a clever phased approach to phone system migration that's gaining more and more steam among businesses that don't want to rip and replace all at once.
Another important feature to consider is the difference in staffing requirements for hosted phone systems versus on-site PBX systems. With a hardware-centric approach, IT pros rely on their own employees to maintain their business phone system. That means they get to hire from a talent pool with varying degrees of skill levels and technical knowledge about their specific communication platforms. Those employees can get sick, forget things, leave for other opportunities, or simply fall short of expectations. They may even be responsible for other IT tasks that take priority over PBX systems fixes and enhancements.
With hosted phone systems, the only thing IT pros are responsible for is maintaining regular payment. The responsibility for running and maintaining the PBX system falls entirely on the service provider. Unlikely outage? It's the service provider's problem. Big software update? Same thing. Interoperability problem? The service provider is on the hook. They're the experts on the phone systems they provide because it's all they do. And in the rare event of a problem, there's just one throat to choke, so to speak.
Speaking of possible problems, let's discuss maintaining phone systems reliability and continuity. An IT system is only as strong as its weakest link. And business phone systems have a whole lot of links to users, administrators, and other systems.
Some IT pros feel safer managing hardware nearby. It's easy to run down the hall to a server closet if something goes wrong, right? And by itself, the system may be pretty robust. But an on-site PBX system may also be dependent on forces outside a company's control, like an electrical grid outage, an internet outage, or half-mile-wide tornado barreling toward your facilities.
If an organization takes the same level of precautions to ensure the same service reliability and continuity as a Tier 4 data center, their phone system should stand up to a myriad of potential threats. But most companies don't have things like dual-powered cooling equipment, multiple independent distribution paths, or fault-tolerant site infrastructure.
For the companies that don't, a hosted phone system delivers a level of reliability and redundancy that's difficult and expensive to achieve at facility level with an on-site PBX. With a cloud phone system, that reliability is built in. No need to spend resources monitoring the system for service levels. No scrambling when a server goes down and business comes to a halt. The cloud marches on.
Lauren just mentioned tornadoes, so let's take a look at managing disaster recovery with on-site hosted phone systems. Natural disasters are probably among the most catastrophic failures a phone system can encounter. They're also probably one of the least predictable. It's no wonder that countless books, manuals, and courses on disaster recovery are produced each year.
Disaster recovery is one area where an on-site PBX is outright hard to defend. If a company's facility gets hit, its phone system hardware can be obliterated beyond repair. Its investment may be floating down the street in several pieces. System settings, setup, provisioning, all gone. The company will have to start over from scratch, which will take plenty of time and lots of money.
With a hosted PBX system, however, the company can set up shop in a new location or work from home and get back to business almost like nothing ever happened. The company's entire setup is still sitting in the cloud, just waiting to reconnect settings and all.
In addition to avoiding hardware replacement costs, many IT pros prefer hosted PBX systems because they can reduce revenue loss to a natural disaster, since the time to return to normal operation with a cloud-based phone system is typically much shorter than an on-site PBX. If a company's revenue is strongly dependent on communications, limiting downtime is critical.
So, let's bottom line it. IT pros are smart. It's their duty to look out for what technology is best for their business. Some need on-site PBXs to fit their needs. Others are choosing hosted cloud phone systems that open up new possibilities as well as floor space. Either way, there are technological and fiscal hurdles to avoid so technology runs efficiently and affordably.
Want to know more? Check out more of our videos, give us a call, or check out our educational resources at mytel.com. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Ben. And we'll see you next time you have questions or ideas about your business communication needs.